Hey YouTube, now that the weather's nice, thought I would actually post a video on the Savage loader and the 351 Peterbilt. So the Peterbilt's a 1958. It's titled as, I think it might actually be a 61 to be honest. It's titled as a 58. It's got a, let's see here, 335 Cummins, I believe. 5 and a 4. It's your brownie. It's your main box. First, second, third, fourth, fifth is way back over here towards the dash and forward. And then typical brownie. First, second, third's over here, and high gear's over here. So when you're in high gear, both sticks are towards the dash. Heater, Jake's on it, that's nice. This truck has a rotted out 90 for the exhaust, and when those Jakes kick on, it'll wake the dead. Let's see. The engine has less than 1,000 hours on it. However, he in-framed it and didn't paint it. I think I'll post that in another video, but let's see here, get down so you can see it. There it is. It is clean. Has some valve cover leaks on it, but I mean everywhere, if you move, everywhere has new gaskets on it, and the guy was really honest about it. So in this box, it's got new hoses and fittings, mouse nuts in there, filters. I don't know exactly what model Savage this is, but it is a Savage. I think it's like a 200 Prentice, but I don't really know. Over here, this is the valve body for the outriggers. It has a 453 naturally aspirated Detroit. I think I have a dead hole. Actually, I know I have a dead hole. I pulled the pan, if you see I painted it. I pulled the pan and the rod bearings were in beautiful shape. Absolutely beautiful shape. It's either someone rolled new rod bearings in it, or it just has low hours on this engine. It did get water in the exhaust, so I'm wondering if I have a bent rod. When I ran each cylinder to top dead center, the cylinders didn't have any scoring or anything like that. But it's got a dead hole, and it is blowing diesel out of the exhaust. My thought, either I got a bad injector, or I just got a dead hole. My thought is, I didn't pull the pan because I didn't know to look for a bent rod at the time. I was just pulling to check main bearings. I'm wondering if I got a bent rod because he hydro-locked it, and which is no problem. I'll just pull the pan again and pull it all out, throw a ball hone in there, and throw a new rod in there if that's the case. But I'm going to do an injector cut out and have to figure out, I believe it's cylinder number 2, cylinder 3, which I believe is the one second closest in from the governor. That's the one that has a rebuilt injector on it already, but pretty sure that's the culprit. Filters, swing motors up there, that's a swing motor. Swing gear is not in the best shape, but all the teeth are on it. 10-120s on the truck. I'll get up here and show you guys the controls. I gotta fix the door handles held on with the bungee cord. So here, just a moment. Okay, so it has a typical heater behind the cab. It all works. The wiring on it's extremely hokey. Seats tore up. See, everything works in here. but everything doesn't work. So I had a wiring issue, and he pretty much ripped it all out, cut the wires, and there's like one 16 gauge wire. Pretty much runs everything in here. That'll be fixed. But the necessities here work. Let's see, fan. That's this fan. This is the rear heater fan. This is lights, and this one is, oh heck if I remember. Anyways, over here is the ignition. This is windshield wipers. This is start here. Sorry, this one I'm not sure. I think that one's actually to kill it, but right now he has the governor set, so you just throttle this down all the way and it dies. That'll be fixed. Big time logging now. Cup holder. Of course, cigarette lighter. I don't know if you can see it. And hang your hard hat. These are your swing left, swing right. This is stick. This is a boom up, boom down. This is stick. See if I remember. This is stick out, this is stick in. I think it's backwards on this one. This is your grapples, open and close. This is heel, up and down. This is the one, I think if this one had a rotating grapples, which if you look on the top here, there's 3/8, two 3/8 that runs parallel up on top of these hoses, or the piping, and I think that would be if this had rotate on the grapples, and that would be this. But right now, this one is what runs my outriggers down here, all four, and there's these toggle switches here for the outriggers. Over there, that's the hydraulic tank. Underneath me is the fuel tank. So like I was saying, here's the fuel tank. I don't know how many gallons it holds, but all of this will be fixed. I'm probably not going to put the sheet metal back on like this had at one time. I'm probably just going to cut it here, cut it up there, weld this together, weld this on, just kind of straighten it. And then there's a lot of new hoses in that box for here, but I probably won't fix them just yet. That way I have spares. So the upholstery's seen better days. I probably am not going to fix it, doll it all out with a new upholstery. I've been battling it like crazy, but I think I'm just going to douche it out and throw some new floor in there. I need to do that anyways because the floor on it needs replaced. But probably not going to do much work to it besides paint the truck itself. You know, fix the fenders, a little beat up, not a problem. I'll pull this out, you know, weld this all up, pull this out, weld that up, pull this. I like the look of the 351s with the exposed shutters, so I'll probably pull all this off. It's beat up anyways, fix some shutters. So let's see if I can get a good picture of it on this side for you guys. That's the Savage. There's the Skidder. So neighbors hate me. Well, I hope not, but I mean everything they have is nice, and then there's me. Oh, you can see on the shop all of that. That is all from the exhaust on that. So said it blows. The guy was saying it blows oil, but when I pulled the pan and looked up there, the cylinders and everything were in great shape. So like I said, I wish I had known about checking the rods. I didn't even think about it. But I pulled the main bearing caps and the rod bearing caps, and they were in, I mean, they're great shape. There was not any copper or scoring on them or anything. So anyways, after the wedding, which will be in a couple weeks, actually wedding's in week and 6 days, so from when I post this video, which today's Sunday, then we get back, I can spend the time on this, pull the pan again, look at it. I'm going to do injector cutout test up here, but I'm pretty sure it's the one that's been rebuilt. I'm pretty sure that's the hole. So it's pretty oily and radiator's all plugged up with junk. It's got a pintle hitch on it, which is nice for pulling the skidder. The guy that I bought this from used it every day. Well, not every day, but he used it on, he was a Jippo logger, and he had an excavator and, you know, skidder and stuff like that, and log trucks. And he used this all the time. And then when the engine went tits up, or he thinks the engine went tits up, he said it needed a complete rebuild. Then he parked it and never ran it, and it sat for 6 months. Sat all winter. He neglected it. It got water in it. Then he tried starting it, and I think that's when he hydrolocked it. The sad thing is he just put freaking 4 brand new Leshwa batteries in this thing, and sat all winter, and now they won't hold a charge. They all got bad cells. And I'm gonna try to bring them back to life. If not, I'm gonna have to spend $500 on new batteries. And he doesn't have receipts, and they didn't date the batteries for when they were sold, so nothing I can do on that. Anyways, I think that's called that NT or whatever, 335 Cummins. It's oil filter. I know nothing about that bypass system on the filters. Stuff I gotta learn. 11R24.5s on the front, 10R20s on the back. That one front outer dual does need fixed. That's got a cord showing on it, so like Kenworth, I'll probably rob a tire off of it and put it on this. And outriggers bleed. Everything leaks on this, though. I mean, which is fine for an old Jippo or young punk kid like me as a Jippo logger. Walking beam. See if I can get in there. It's all sunny out today and you can't see crap. There it is, walking beam. New U-joints on the back in there. Brand new. So, has some air leaks. But I got new plexiglass. I'm gonna use plexiglass on it, but for the windows, it was all free from work, so, or free from work. And I'll do that when I do all the wiring. But there it is. Oh, it's also got an oil bath filter. I don't know. I know very little about Savage. I can't find anything online. I talked to a guy named Eric Cole, and he gave me a little information about them, but there's just nothing on them. So I'll show you guys. I like to watch all you guys' videos and all the detail stuff about